Pinabagsak ng militar ng Amerika ang isang Iranian drone na umano'y lumilipad patungo sa American aircraft carrier na USS Abraham Lincoln sa Arabian Sea. Welcome po sa ating reaction and commentary channel. Simulan na po natin to, pero bago po lahat, huwag niyong kalilimutan na mag-subscribe dito po sa ating channel para updated ka kapag naglalabas tayo ng gantong reaction video. Simulan na po natin to. Let's do this.
The countdown is on. Iran and the US are set to hold nuclear talks on Friday. But the lead up is anything but normal. Drones are being shot down, tankers are being targeted, firepower is being assembled. It almost looks like a make or break moment. If you make a deal, you get peace. If you don't, you get war. Look at what happened yesterday. A US aircraft carrier was sailing in the Arabian Sea. This is the USS Abraham Lincoln. It was positioned around 800 kilometers off Iran's coast.
Ayan po yung pinakamatinding aircraft carrier po ng Amerika, yung USS Abraham Lincoln.
The US military says this ship was targeted by an Iranian aircraft, a Shahid 139 suicide drone. This drone is often used for long-range surveillance. Experts say it can also carry missiles. So when this drone came close to the US aircraft carrier, the Americans decided to respond.
Siyempre, no, kumbaga lumapit sa kanila yung drone na yan eh. Kumbaga nanganib yung Abraham Lincoln, kaya pinabagsak po yan ng Amerika. Kaya po sa tagpong ito, maaari pong pag-escalatean na po ito ng digmaan. Pero po kasi bakit kasi pumunta po diyan yung yung drone po na yan ng Iran? Ano pong balak nila? O gusto lang siguro lang i-survey yung Abraham Lincoln diyan sa lugar na yan.
Here's what Washington is saying. The Iranian drone continued to fly towards the ship despite de-escalatory measures taken by US forces operating in international waters. An F-35C fighter jet from Abraham Lincoln shot down the Iranian drone in self-defense and to protect the aircraft carrier and the personnel on board.
Ayun no, an F-35C fighter jet attached to the Lincoln shot down the Iranian drone in self-defense and to protect the aircraft carrier and personnel on board. Kasi nga po, di ba, pumunta dyan eh. Lumapit po yung drone na yan ng Iran dyan po sa USS Abraham Lincoln. Kumbaga, self-defense po talaga yon. Kumbaga, alerto lang sila, baka mamaya bigla silang tirahin, may missile pala yan, no? Yung drone po na yan, ganun po katindi. Kaya pinabagsak po yan ng Amerika.
So the US shot it down. Now, just to be clear, the Iranian drone did not attack the American warship. This was a precautionary strike by the United States. And what is Iran saying? Officially, the regime has not reacted, but Iranian media says the drone was on a surveillance mission. And it tells you how dangerous the situation is. You have two militaries locked and loaded. They have no trust in each other. They're both on high alert and they're both in close proximity. Kumbaga
talagang wala talaga silang tiwala sa isa. Siyempre may tension sila eh. Pero talagang tama yung self-defense ang ginawa ng Amerika. Kasi ba naman, yung drone ba naman lumapit sa kanila doon sa USS Abraham Lincoln. Siyempre, precautionary po yun. Inisip nila na baka mamaya atakihin sila, kaya pinabagsak nila. Kumbaga tama lang yung ginawa ng Amerika.
The perfect recipe for a misunderstanding, one that could spiral into something much bigger. And this drone attack was not an isolated incident. There was another flashpoint yesterday. The Iranian military chased an American oil tanker in the Strait of Hormuz, a ship called the Stena Imperative. Iran says this tanker entered Iranian waters without permission. But the US claims it was a lawful voyage. Either way, it led to a standoff. Iran's Revolutionary Guards deployed 2 gunboats. They also flew a drone overhead. Reports say Iran threatened to board and seize this tanker. So the crew decided to speed up.
Grabe, mukhang ito na po ang pinaka-ayaw nating mangyari. No? Mukhang mangyayari na talaga. Magkakaroon na yata ng matinding digmaan itong Iran ang Amerika. Pero sana po talaga mapagplanuhan ng mabuti to ni President Trump. Dahil talagang yung mga Iranian citizen po ay humihingi na po ng tulong. No? Kaya nga po nakaposisyon na rin po dyan yung mga matitinding aircraft carrier ng Amerika dyan po sa Gulf. Kaya sana magawa po nila to ng mahusay at wala pong madamay ng mga Iranian citizen.
But pretty soon, help arrived on the spot. Again, let me quote from the US military. This is what they said. Guided missile destroyer USS McFaul was operating in the area and immediately responded to the scene to escort Stena Imperative with defensive air support from the US Air Force.
So, hindi nag-escalate, no? Kumbaga, hindi tinira ng Iranian military yung tanker na yon ng Amerika. Dahil nandiyan pala no, yung guided missile destroyer USS McPaul, no, nakabantay po dyan, was operating in the area and immediately responded to the scene to escort MB Stena Imperative with defensive air support from the US Air Force. So hindi po talaga tinira ng Iran dahil nakita po nila nandiyan pala po itong destroyer ng Amerika na USS McPaul.
So a US destroyer guided the ship to safety. And overhead, 2 US F-16s gave air cover to this tanker.
Grabe no, napakaangas no. Kung sa ibang bansa po yan, no, wala na. Tinira na po yan. Tulad po nung ginawa po ng Amerika, 'di ba? Doon po sa tanker ng ng Russia, 'di ba? Talagang pinabagsak po nila 'yon. Pinalayas nila 'yon talaga, no? Kaya ganun po katindi ang Amerika. Pero dito po nakikita natin na hindi po basta-basta talaga ang Amerika dahil kayang-kaya naman po talagang pabagsakin o talagang tirahin yun ng Iran military yung tanker ng Amerika na yon. Kasi nga, sinasabi nila, allegedly, nasa teritoryo nila o nasa sinasakupan nila yung tanker na yon. Pero, nung nakita ng Iranian military na meron parang destroyer na nandoon ng Amerika, ay hindi nila kinanti yung tanker ng Amerika.
That's 2 flashpoints in a couple of hours, both involving advanced weapons, air power, and warships.
Di ba nakita nyo yung drone ng Iran na lumipad patungo doon sa USS Abraham Lincoln, pinabagsak ng Amerika. Pero yung tanker na sinasabi umano ng Iran na pumasok sa kanilang teritoryo, hindi tinira ng Iran dahil natakot sila doon na mayroong destroyer pala doon yung Amerika. So nakikita po natin dito no, na malaking bagay po talaga ang Amerika. Malakas talaga sila. Hindi basta-basta rin gumagawa ng anumang hakbang ang kalaban nila. Dahil alam siguro talaga rin ng Iran din kung anong kapasidad ng Amerika. Na although sinasabi ng Iran na pumasok talaga sa teritoryo nila yung tanker ng Amerika na yon, hindi pa rin nila ginalaw dahil nakita nila na may destroyer doon.
Like I said, this is a recipe for disaster. And these attacks have put the nuclear talks at risk. We told you about that yesterday. The US is sending Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. Iran is sending its foreign minister. At first, the talks were slated to happen in Istanbul in Turkey. Turkey had also invited Arab countries to join the meeting. But then Tehran wanted a change of plans, so the meeting is now expected to be held in Oman.
Dapat kasi itong si si Khamenei dapat to magbago ng isip saka wag niya nang gawin yung pagpatay dun sa kanyang mga mamamayan. Maling-mali po kasi talaga yun Isinusuka na siya halos talaga ng mga Iranian citizen. Pero ang ginagawa niya habang ay maling-mali talaga kasi mamamayan niya yun 'Di ba yun lang naman ang gusto ng Amerika na itigil yung mga pagpaslang diyan sa mga Iranian citizen. 'Di ba kaya nga sasaklolo tong Amerika dahil talagang nakikita na ng Amerika na wala ng lunas, no? Kumbaga sila na talaga ang pwedeng magpahinto dito kay Khamenei para sa mga ginagawa niya sa kanyang mga mamamayan.
Plus, the Arab participation is in doubt. Despite these changes and attacks, President Donald Trump sounds hopeful. He believes that Iran wants to make a deal.
They are negotiating. They'd like to do something, and we'll see if something's going to be done. They had a chance to do something a while ago, and it didn't work out, and we did Midnight Hammer. I don't think they want that happening again, but they would like to negotiate. We are negotiating with them right now. Yes.
Yung Midnight Hammer po, yun yung ginawa nila kung paano nila pinasabog ang nuclear facility ng Iran. Yun po yung Midnight Hammer. Pero syempre nga, sabi dito ni Donald Trump, ayaw niya nang gamitin o gawin yung Midnight Hammer. Pero siguro kung hindi talaga titino itong si Khamenei at hindi makikipagkasundo dito sa Amerika, baka maulit po yung Midnight Hammer po na yun.
And what about Iran? Well, they have 2 main objections. One, no discussions on their missile program and proxies. Trump wants to curb Iran's ballistic missiles, but that's a no-go zone for Tehran. So that's one condition. And second, Iran wants to retain its nuclear program. Now listen closely to this. Trump wants a complete dismantling of Iran's nuclear infrastructure.
Siyempre, pinasabog nga, di ba? Pinasabog nga ng Amerika yung mga nuclear facility ng Iran, di ba? Para matigil talaga na rin yung kabaliwan nito ni Khamenei. Yun po yun.
No plants, no centrifuges, and no enriched uranium. But this is not acceptable to Iran. They are okay with downgrading the enriched uranium, say from the current 60% to 20%, but a complete dismantling is not acceptable to Tehran.
The 60% enriched uranium can be downgraded to 20%, for example. It can be diluted. If you are worried about the 60%, it can be diluted, but there is a price to pay.
Kung ayaw ng Iran na totally tanggalin ng kanilang nuclear facility, pero willing sila na mag-downgrade. Di ba? Para lang makipag-deal dito sa Amerika. Ibig sabihin lang po noon talaga, meron talaga matinding power ang Amerika dahil ayaw nilang matanggal ng kanilang nuclear facility itong Iran pero willing sila mag-downgrade. Ibig sabihin lang po noon ay talagang malaking porsyento na susundin nila yung Amerika. No? Ganun po kalakas ang Amerika.
You have to pay the price. There is no reason to transfer the highly enriched uranium abroad when the root cause of concerns can be removed.
صورت نگرفته که
Pero napapansin natin na talagang palag-palag din talaga tong Iran. No? Kasi sinusuportahan nga rin talaga ng China yan sa kanang Russia.
That's the backdrop for the talks on Friday: attacks, suspicion, and threats, which is why West Asia is worried right now. They fear a US attack if a nuclear deal is not struck. And if that does happen, who can Iran count on? Well, there are two obvious candidates, China and Russia. Tonight, we'll focus on China. The Chinese already have a maritime presence near West Asia, specifically in the Arabian Sea. A Chinese spy vessel has reportedly been shadowing the USS Abraham Lincoln. It's called Dayang Yi Hao, meaning Ocean's Number 1. This
Well, kung sinashadow nila o talagang binubuntutan nila ang USS Abraham Lincoln, bakit hindi sila dumikit? Ibig sabihin lang po nung takot din talaga tong China. Di ba? Hanggang tanaw na lang sila sa malayo. Ganyan naman po yung China, di ba? Tulad po ng ginagawa nila sa atin, no? Kapag meron po tayong maritime exercise ng Amerika, nakatanaw na po dun sa malayo yung China. Pero kapag tayo lang ang gumagawa ng maritime exercise sa ating EEZ, binubuli tayo, di ba? Ganyan po yan, nangangaya po yung China. Pero pag alam po nilang mas malakas sa kanila, ay talagang tatanaw na lang po sila sa malayo.
ship has been sailing in the region since December. On paper, it's a research vessel. It can map the sea, the seabed, and maritime life. But in practice, it is used to spy on other vessels.
Yan talaga mga expertise ng no? Ng China no? Mang research kunwari, pero spy pala, no? Alam niyo naman po, kahit po sa Pilipinas nagkalat po ang mga Chinese spy, di ba? Kaya nga po nagawa na po ng paraan po yun ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Kaya nga po pinatanggalan po ako ng dahil din po sa mga spy na yan.
In this case, it could be the Abraham Lincoln, the American ship. Does this signal China's willingness to help Iran?
Well, totoo, tutulungan talaga nila yan kasi kalyado nila yan. At yung Russia ay nagsusupply na rin ng mga military assets sa Iran, di ba? Kasi nga po, alam mo po, di ba? Pare-pares sila ng utak, like-minded country yung mga yan. Pare-pares mga krung-krung yung mga leader na yan, mga komunista na yan.
Politically, Beijing will support the regime in Tehran, but militarily, it's very unlikely. We saw that happen in June last year. When Israel and the US bombed Iran, China did not step in.
Alam siguro na, alam kasi ng China napalpak yung kanilang mga gamit. Di ba? Lalo nga napahiya nga sila doon pa lang sa Venezuela. Hindi man lang daw, sabi nga ni President Trump, hindi man lang daw sila sinalubong ng missile defense system ng China at ng Russia. Palpak, no? Wala man lang daw nag-counter. Di ba? Nagkagulatan, talagang ising-ising nakapasok ang American Delta Force doon sa Venezuela. At isipin nyo, no? Leader o presidente ng isang bansa si Maduro, nakuha ng Amerika ng galon-galon lang. Ibig sabihin po, no? Alam na po talaga rin ng buong mundo na palpak talaga ang mga military assets na manggagaling po sa China. Kaya siguro talagang sinasabi po dito na hindi talaga susuporta pagdating po sa military assets itong China dito sa Iran.
They condemned from the sidelines. Then last December, China tried to send dual-use cargo to Iran, parts that can be used for both civilian and military purposes. But the US intercepted that cargo. They boarded the ship and they seized the parts.
Hindi kasi hindi nila basta mautakan ng Amerika. Lalo po yung sinasabi kanina na binubuntutan ng vessel ng ng China itong USS Abraham Lincoln. Alam niyo ba na ang USS Abraham Lincoln ay isa sa pinakamatinding high-tech na carrier ng Amerika, no? Siyempre po kung ano pong gagawin ng bumubuntot doon sa USS Abraham Lincoln, nakamonitor na po yan ang USS Abraham Lincoln. Ganun po katindi ang technology ng carrier po na yan ng Amerika.
And surprisingly, China did not make a big issue out of it. It tells you the limits of Beijing's support.
Tama.
Yes, they would like to see the regime in Tehran survive, but they won't lift a finger to defend them.
Kasi alam nga rin nila na kapag sila ay gumawa ng moves, magkakaroon na rin po ng dahilan ng Amerika para atakihin itong China. Di ba? Nag-iingat lang din po siguro itong China kasi alam po nilang kasasapitin nila. Una-una, Wala silang experience sa digmaan. Palpak ang kanilang mga military asset. Diba? Kung man to man naman, talagang makukubkob o talagang matatalo ang kanilang mga military ng Amerika. Dahil ang Amerika po ay matinding experience po yun sa digmaan at hanggang ngayon po dumidigma po sila. Ang tagal na po ng experience ng China na dumigma sila. Ang sobrang tagal na. Wala silang experience. Puro lang sila military drills, diba? Simulation, puro lang sila ganun eh. Kasi kung iisipin nyo, kung talagang gusto nilang umatake, ay inatake na nila yung Taiwan noong araw pa. Matagal na. Pero bakit hindi nila inaatake yung Taiwan? Maliit lang po yung Taiwan kung tutuusin. Diba? Lagi ko nga po sinasabi sa inyo, malaki pa po ang ating Luzon sa bansang Taiwan. Pero bakit hindi inaatake ng China? Alam nyo na kasi, diba? Takot din ang China na madumog sila. Ayun lang po, no? Sana nagustuhan nating reaction video. Mag-comment ka dyan sa baba kung ano sa loobin mo. Huwag mo kadalimutan mag-subscribe dito sa ating channel para updated ka kapag naglalabas tayo ng itong reaction video. Ingat ka. God bless and peace out. Bye.